Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be making broccoli and macaroni. So I normally don't show my face a lot, but I figure I'll do an intro for it, and then I'll show you the steps of how to make broccoli and macaroni. It's an Italian dish. My husband's been eating it for years. My kids like it, so I make it every once in a while. It does make a lot, and you do have leftovers for like another day. So I figure I'll show you all the ingredients of what you need and what you need to put, what you're gonna have to have, and I will show you how to do it. And then I'm making a double batch, but when I put the recipe in the description, I will put it in there for a half a batch. So this way you can make a smaller portion of it. I make a bigger portion because my daughter-in-law and I were vegetarian. So if there's any leftovers and the next day I make something with meat, then me and her have something to eat for the next day. And it's really good the next day. So, okay, I will see you in a little bit. Let me get the stuff ready that we are going to need to make broccoli and macaroni. Okay, you will need to make the broccoli and macaroni, you will need frozen broccoli. Now I'm making a double batch, so I'm using 2 bags of frozen broccoli. If you can find fresh broccoli, that's fine. It was very expensive. It was like almost $4 for a bunch of broccoli, and I'm like, no. I said, I'm not doing that. You can use fresh if you have it, but frozen works just as good. So I'm making a double batch. So you will need broccoli florets. I like the broccoli florets because then you don't have all the stems. You got just the florets of that. 2 boxes of pasta. Now I'm making a double, so I will put all the ingredients in the description, but I will put it in for like a single batch. So, but I'm making a double batch. I'm using penny, any kind of pasta you like, but rototini, ziti, penny, elbows even works good in this. Any of those pastas is fine. 1 stick of butter. You need some olive oil, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. You're going to need onion powder and garlic powder. So we have it. Salt and pepper to taste. You need a pot with water in it for the pasta. Another pot for the broccoli because you're going to boil the broccoli in some salted water. So once I get all this together, you cook the pasta and the broccoli. The pasta and the broccoli, you cook that to what it says on the package. My family likes the broccoli like soft, tender, so I always cook it like a couple minutes longer. And the pasta al dente, but you cook it to according to the package. So once I get all this going, then I'll show you what you do next. This is how you want your broccoli. Let me turn my light on so you can see a little better. You see, oop, steaming up. Sorry about that, guys. You want your broccoli, get to where it's nice and soft like that. That's how my family likes it. They like it soft. If you like yours a little firmer, then, I would cook it for less time. But my family likes the broccoli a little on the soft side. So I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to drain it. And then I'll be back as soon as my pasta is done. Then I'll show you what we have to do next. Okay, I drained my pasta. I'm going to take the whole stick of butter. I want to make sure I took this out so it's softened. And we're just going to throw it right in the pan. Just want to make sure that you guys can see the butter melted. There you go. Okay. We're going to throw our pasta in. There we go. Let's throw our pasta in here on top of the butter, and that's going to melt it, make it melt quicker. Now, I'm making double batch, so that's why I'm using a whole stick of butter. And we're just going to move this around just so everything gets coated with the butter. Alright. You can see we still have a piece of butter in there. So we're going to cover that because we want that to melt. And then we have our broccoli. Now, if you use fresh broccoli, you would want to pull it while it's still a little firm. You would want to pull it because you would have to finish it in the frying pan if you have fresh broccoli and if you have fresh garlic. I prefer to do it this way. You can still use the fresh broccoli with the garlic powder where you don't have to put it in a frying pan. But if you use fresh garlic and you use fresh broccoli, then you would have to saute that in the frying pan along with some olive oil and some seasonings. But I'm doing it the easy way because we want a quick and easy meal for dinner. And this is a vegetarian meal, not vegan because there's butter in it, but vegetarian meal. Now we're going to add our broccoli. Make sure I have all my broccoli. Now on top of this, we are going to add our onion powder. We're going to add our garlic powder. Now you put in as much as you want. I start with about a teaspoon of each. And then of course if you want more, then you can always add more to taste. It's really how much you want the garlic and onion flavor taste. I have one son that's not a big fan of onion taste, so I only put like a teaspoon in. And you want your salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to toss in some olive oil. Now I'm a person that doesn't measure anything. I've been cooking since I was 13. So I just go around the pan twice. That will give you about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then you just want to mix all of this together. And like I said, you make it however you want it. I prefer fresh broccoli in this, but would they want it for a bunch of fresh broccoli? I was not going to pay no $3.99. So I went with 2 bags of the frozen, which was $1 a bag. And you just mix this around. Make sure all the noodles are coated with the butter and the olive oil. Now you can taste it at this point. Then if you need to alter the seasonings, your salt and pepper, your onion and garlic powder, then I would do that now. And then, which I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. Just a tiny bit more. There's enough oil. We got a whole stick of butter in there. Now, when I put the recipe in the description box below, I will put it for making a half. This does make a lot. I like to make a lot because, like I said, I'm vegetarian. My daughter-in-law is vegetarian. So whatever I make tomorrow for them for dinner, if it's meat-wise, then me and her will eat leftovers because leftovers are good. Okay. This is what it looks like. You got your pieces of broccoli and all that in there. So I'm going to let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes because I want all the flavors of all the seasons, the oil, the butter. I want all of that to incorporate. So we're going to give it about 15 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll put it in a bowl and I'll show you what you do next. Okay, this is what it looks like in a bowl. You can put it on a plate, you could put it in a bowl. What we do is we put some grated cheese. This is just, I don't know, store-bought grated cheese. And you just mix it around. And the grated cheese just gives you you know, it enhances the flavor a little bit. But that's how you make broccoli and macaroni. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Please stay safe and stay healthy. And I will catch you guys in the next video. God bless. Bye.